we've been using
Fuck, I missed my hair in that photo.
We've been doing that intro for like weeks now, and I just noticed a chain smoker cough. Like,
Really?
yeah, like it goes, it has like that explosion, and you hear a cough. It's fucking awesome. We have we're being joined by Carrey, the punk librarian. Can you explain that for me? The librarian of punk.
Okay. So it's not literally the librarian of punk. I work as a library assistant. I run my own library here in North Wales, and I don't know. I think the punk comes from, I don't know, the music I listen to mostly, I think, and my choice of style.
Well, I thought like you was a librarian, and whenever you walk into this library, there's like a mosh pit that breaks out, and I'm like, I need to go to this library. I didn't.
And I go, shh.
Shh. Oh, you're the wrestler, the librarian. You're the. I'd like to say hi to everyone
not.
in the chat. I'd like to say hi to everyone in the chat. Hi, Renee. Hi, Marta. Anybody who's not in the chat, hi. Lay back, eat some popcorn, smoke a joint. I don't care what you do. Enjoy today's show. You had a story for us. What is this wild story? Let's jump into this.
All right, okay. So it depends which one you want. So when I was 19, I released a song, and it was straight to the top of the charts in the Welsh singles thing. And because of that, I was invited to John Peel's last ever live session show.
Oh,
Would that do for you?
Damn. So how did, what was the single?
The song was called Trio Chiar, which means come on, try it on. There's done as a joke really, because I wasn't a rapper per se. I just like to write songs, but I can't sing, so at that time I chose to rap, and that became a career. So I think we did that for 4 or 5 years, and lived solely off that money.
Being unable to sing never stopped Gene Simmons, so you have a dream. Chase that dream.
That's true, though. That is so true. Let's say yeah 50 times and boom.
Yeah, that's like, ever read the Heroin Diaries with Nikki Sixx? There's an excerpt in there with, I think, Tommy Lee. He's like, Gene Simmons could never play bass, so it never stopped him. So Nikki Sixx gave it a try. That's kind of like, so like, you don't have to be a good singer to be a singer.
No, I think I'm going to go the way of what's his name, Johnny Moped. I've just seen that documentary, and man, what a wild bunch of people.
Right. Good morning. Good morning, Dan McNew, Renee, Bien, Anders. Our chat's starting to fill up. Any of you guys, if you want to join us and tell a story, you are more than welcome to. The link is in the chat right now. I just put it there for you, Naomi. I know you're not feeling good, dear. It's in the chat. We're just bullshitting. We're just talking, telling crazy stories. I got a crazy story if you guys don't mind me telling, and you could go next too if you want, Gorak. This is a story that I've told on this podcast a few times, but I will tell it again because it is so epic. I was managing a local band around this time, and their name is Psalms of Silence. The former, well, they're not really a band right now, but the rhythm guitarist Tony Matei was our co-host at one time. I went to one of their shows, and I was wearing a fur coat. That don't really matter, but I was wearing a fur coat at the time, and we went into this venue for them to play, and there's this back area, like you go out the back door by the stage, and there's a patio where we would smoke, hang out, drink, and then there's the bathroom right near that door. Well, I went out, hung out with the band. We went in. Me and Tony sit at this table. Marcus and Fink, the drummer and bassist, was like, and Happy New Year to you, Anders. And Marcus and Fink, the drummer and bassist, went out this back door. And there was a guy the whole night. I failed to mention this. There was a guy the whole night. He looked kind of like Kyle Gass of Tenacious D, like in the Pick of Destiny, that era of Kyle Gass. And he was offering beers to the band the whole night, like free alcohol. And I declined because I don't really drink that much. And Tony, I think, maybe drank one thing, maybe. And well, when Marcus Fink went out, we noticed this guy went out too. And then a few minutes had passed, and Fink walked out the back door and looked at me, and Tony was like, "Hey, we need to fucking go." I'm like, "Why? We need to go." I'm like, "All right." So we go outside, and he's like, "You know that guy that was offering free alcohol?" I'm like, "Yeah, Kyle Gass." "Yeah, well, he walked up to me," and Marcus, he's like, "If you guys need anything, drinks, if you need me to set up the stage for you, if you need me to suck your dick, I got you. Like, if you need anything." And I looked at Fink, I'm like, "Did you take him up on that offer?" And he's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" "No." And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, he's a great, I said this out loud actually, I'm like, he's a great house guest. He's like offering free drinks, a blowjob. I wish my friends would offer that when I come to their house. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, "Hey, buddy, you can sit on the couch. I've got some Coca-Cola. I'll give you some head. I mean, we can watch the game." Like, what do you have some chips? Like, you know what I mean? That's like, would you have taken it, Gorak?
No.
Come on, getting head from a guy.
No, you only live once, man.
The guy getting the head from a guy that looks like Kyle Gass would be like smoking weed with a guy that looks like Willie Nelson. You got to give it a
Kyle
go.
Gass himself, maybe, yes.
If it's Kyle Gass, now we got to get Kyle Gass on the show.
Yeah.
So I can tell him that story. But yeah, like, why is this my life? Like, what the fuck? Okay, if you were a man, or if or if a woman walked up to you and she looked like Rosie O'Donnell, and she was like, "If you need anything, I'll get you a drink. I'll eat you." I mean, it's up to you. Like, would you have taken her up on that offer? No. I mean, it's Rosie O'Donnell.
I suppose I have to go back and say you only live once, I suppose.
You only live once. Meet me in that shady bathroom at a weird venue.
In
But
30 minutes.
oh, I've heard of wanting to help a band, but that's taking it too far. Said Dan. But do you have any crazy stories, Greg? I hate that I like kind of started off like that, but
Nah, I don't.
any workplace stories?
Workplace stories. Ooh.
Well, did you want to save that? Did you want to save that?
Yeah,
for
no. There is a workplace story I could tell you. This happened on New Year's Eve, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and I still remember this because the head chef that I was working with, I still hate to this day. After the shift ended, I went downstairs to get some money so I can buy the boys some beers. And then I walked downstairs, and there he was pulling his pants down, like ready to get his dick sucked by another worker or some shit. And he looked at me as bro, like, don't tell anyone, please. Like, he have some money, and just don't say anything. And I took the money and told everybody upstairs.
Dude, wow. I have a good workplace story, but I'm saving it for next week. I'm going to be a dude to be continued. It reminds me of that one, kind of.
But
so
pretty much he gave me money to shut my mouth, but I just told everybody. So
anyway, fuck it. Like, tell anybody. I was living. I got another funny story. I'm a bit of an asshole, and I didn't mean it. I was trying to be a good person. I was on my way. I was leaving Arizona. I was just there visiting with my buddy. I mean, we were there for a few months, but I was in Arizona, and it was great. But on my way back home, I believe I was in New Mexico. Sorry, I kind of spaced out, was thinking. But I was in New Mexico, I think. And there was a homeless guy standing on the corner. and I noticed him after I had gotten McDonald's breakfast. I got 2 burritos, breakfast burritos, and a hash brown. I'm like, I got 2 burritos with this combo. I see this homeless guy. I'm going to be nice and give him this breakfast burrito. And I hand it to him. And now, you know how tightly wrapped McDonald's breakfast burritos are.
I don't, but I can imagine.
Yeah, they're tightly wrapped and they got tape on it. Well, I saw this guy looked very upset. And I'm like, I gave him food, but whatever. I mean, maybe he just wanted money. I get to the stoplight and I realize why he's upset. Homeboy's missing an arm. And
Oh shit, man.
from here down, he's missing an arm and he's trying to like open this package. And I felt awful because I'm like, I tried to do good and homeboy's missing
Until
an
you
arm.
saw that happening.
And he thought I saw it. Like, I'm like, dude, the last thing I'm looking at is like, hey, does he have an arm? Like, I'm just like, hey, here, have some food. Like, speaking of homelessness is a big problem in Phoenix, Arizona. I know you haven't been, Greg. I don't know if anybody listening has been, but Phoenix has a big homeless problem. It's tragic, but I've seen some pretty fucked up shit too, and I've heard of some fucked up shit. Going back to Tony that used to be on the show, this is kind of his story to tell, but I think he's in school right now or at work, so I didn't even think to invite him. But he was at work one day, and he came to the apartment and told me this story. He was at work one day, okay? There's burritos hard over in 2 good hands.
That's a good one. I like that one.
They really are. But back to the story. He said that he was at work and there's this dumpster. The way his workplace is his workplace is right here, and there's like a shopping complex right here. There's a dumpster outside of, I think, a Chinese restaurant or something. I mean, the store don't matter. Well, there's this dumpster, and this homeless guy one day took this dumpster, okay, grabbed it and started dragging it across the parking lot. So Tony was standing there and watching this. And he got about 2 stores down and gave up and then shit behind the dumpster and left.
As you do, I suppose.
As you do, but like if you got to shit that bad, why are you dragging
Why go
this?
to all the effort?
I think you shit in a paper bag, set it on fire, and put it on the doorstep.
Maybe they pissed him off and he wanted his privacy, so he drugged the dumpster and shit behind. I don't know. I don't shit behind dumpsters. I'm classy. I do it on fire hydrants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why? I'm gonna have a fireman like, you shouldn't shit on. I don't shit on fire. I saw this picture. It was fucking hilarious. It was somebody decided to park in front of a fire hydrant. That's a no. Well, there was a fire, so the fire department busted out both of the front windows and run a fire extinguisher with a like fire hose through the fucking windows. But yeah, like crazy stories. I'm trying to think of more stories in my life. Do you have any more stories, Greg, or did you want to save some of them for next week?
Probably 7 for next week.
All right. Well, like I have a lot of crazy concert stories. Like I was at a show one time. It was Falling in Reverse. And this was around the time when The Drug in Me Is You came out, their debut album. Ronnie Radke was, I think, fresh out of prison. That's what the album should have been called, but fresh out of prison. No, but The Drug in Me Is You came out. I mean, if you want to come on the show, Dan, and tell these stories, you have a lot of stories to tell. You're more than welcome. The chat's open. I put the link in the chat. Also, I'd like to dedicate this episode before I get into the stories to Betty White, Lynn Ruth Miller, Steve Brown, and everyone else that we have lost last year. I mean, it sucks that we were continuing this year without them. Betty White hit pretty hard. That was a Happy New Year. No more Golden Girl.
Yeah. That was very unexpected. Didn't see it coming up.
Like, in one hand, she lived to be 99. On the other hand, she didn't live forever. Like, there's a plus and a negative.
Yeah. But 99 years of living, man. She's
I
probably
hon-
accomplished everything now.
well, I
And
honestly
still
thought,
acting too.
yeah, and I honestly thought she was going to live to be the oldest living person,
Yeah,
but
and she
didn't
looked
happen.
good too for her age. Like,
Dude, I would have hit it. I don't care. Who knows? What? Like,
yo,
I mean,
To each
rest.
their own.
I mean, rest in peace, Betty. Like, I don't mean any disrespect. She would have laughed. So
and
anybody
I
who,
didn't know she was on Lake Placid.
yeah, she played the woman that fed the gators, fed the people to the gators.
Yeah, and I remember watching Lake Placid like years and years ago when it first
It,
came out, and
it,
yeah, I just realized it then yesterday on Facebook.
damn, in that movie, she said one of the best lines in history.
What was it though?
If
I
I had,
think
if,
it.
if I had a dick, this is where I'd tell you to suck it.
Nice. Nice.
Classic.
Is that going to be on the gravestone?
Yeah. One of her famous lines in the movie was,
If you ever
in the
would,
memory of, yeah.
yeah, if I would have ever gotten close to Betty White, she was a high class girl. She was more into like Ryan Reynolds and
Ace
I,
Frehley. I've read something on Ace Frehley's book. He was saying at the time, like when he was doing drugs and stuff in the 80s, the words like the code name for cocaine at the time was Betty White.
Can we admire though that Betty White, what 30, maybe 35, 40 years ago, played in a show where she played an old woman?
What show was that?
Golden Girls.
Oh yeah.
She was
I
playing.
actually, I remember watching that series.
That show is literally about them being older women, and then like 30 to 40 years later, she dies. That's a crazy, wild, long life right there.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you know,
What's
did you know
that?
there's a Golden Girls reboot? Not a reboot, but a Golden Girls spinoff.
I think I heard something about that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think it was 4 or 5 years after Golden Girls was off the air, they did Golden Palace, and it did not do as well.
Yeah. They do that with
Golden Palace.
after when the 70s ended and they doing that 80s show and it just flopped.
They did that 80s show, but did you hear what they are making now?
A reunion?
They're doing a that 90s show.
Really?
It takes place in the 90s, but it is starring Red Foreman and Kitty. Like it is the original cast of that 70s show, but it takes place 20 years after that
In the
70s
90s.
show. Yeah.
Well, that would be good then. Because,
I mean, 30 years. It'd be 30 years. Sorry. 30 years after.
Because that would be good then. Because I fucking love that show.
You want to know what's really fucked up? The
What's
amount
real
of time. The amount of time between now and the 90s is the same amount of time of when that 70s show came out to the 70s.
Oh, damn. But then isn't the dude that played Hyde in prison?
That
or is he going to
hurts.
jail? Is he in charge or something like that?
Yeah, he's not going to be in it. It's going to, from what I heard, it's about Kitty and Red. They're helping take care of Eric Foreman's kids.
Ah, cool.
It's going to be kind of like Fuller House, but like that 70s show.
Man, that'd be cool. I'd watch that.
You know who they need to bring back at least for one episode?
Tommy Chong.
Leo, man.
Yeah. Fuck, it was good.
I fucking love Leo. Like, my favorite episodes is the ones that Leo's in.
Yeah. I couldn't stand Donna's dad.
Oh, yeah. The guy with, like, the afro wig or whatever.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the stumpy version of Tom Jones.
Yeah. What do you think of that 90s show, Carrey? Good
I've not seen
idea? Good idea or a bad idea?
Sometimes they should just leave things be, you know?
Yeah, but
Because they've kind of destroyed the Matrix, and
you
they
can't.
try and do more modern versions of things.
If
It just doesn't work.
If it's Keanu Reeves, though, you can't really destroy it.
That's bitchy.
But what's crazy is there's so many like reboots and remakes and sequels coming out. Like we got Ace Ventura 3 coming out.
They're doing a direct sequel of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so it's got to be placed after the original one. Apparently,
the woke version.
Yeah, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, it's got to be a direct sequel for from the 1980 one.
You know what's weird? You know what's weird about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? The guy it's based off of only killed 2 people, and he wasn't even from Texas.
Yeah, I know.
Well, he only got convicted for one. No, is it Ed Gein you're talking about?
Yeah,
Gein. Yeah, he only got one conviction.
He got one conviction, and he was from Wisconsin. But the Wisconsin Chainsaw Massacre doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, no. It's the same with Scream was based on high school murders or something like that. College students.
That's like Devil's Rejects. That's direct inspiration from the Manson family.
Yeah.
But arguably all of the characters are different, like visions of like the way people view Manson from what I pick up. But it's weird because all the characters killed people. And as controversial as this statement is, Manson didn't technically kill anyone.
No, he didn't. He pretty much just brainwashed them.
Yeah, and that's even like up for debate whether or not he was the one that personally brainwashed them, because there were so many cogs in that system.
Yeah,
there was
I kind of figured that like Jigsaw was like Charles Manson.
Yeah, we need to do a serial killer episode.
Yeah, but no, like, okay, would you count Jigsaw as a serial killer? Because I was talking to, Brad, the one that I work with.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about it before, and we were just saying that like Jigsaw's not a serial killer. He would just like kidnap people and the ones that done bad things and stuff like that, and torture them.
Yeah, but that's still killing.
Yeah.
But
it's the same logic as Dexter.
Yeah.
He only kills the bad people.
Yeah.
That's still murder, though. In my opinion. I mean, you're still killing someone.
Yeah.
Whether or not they deserve
for their sins.
That would also go back to the Lucifer TV series. Is he a killer? Because he's technically the devil, and he's just sending the people to hell.
Yeah.
So is he really?
Maybe to start up his own posse. I don't know. I've never seen it, so there you go. I'm just saying.
Oh, you haven't? You need to. Have you seen it, Carrey?
I haven't. No.
Lucifer is about this character by the name of Lucifer Morningstar, who is actually the devil. He went on vacation from hell to Los Angeles, California, because where else would he go? And he's living in Los Angeles, and he's a nightclub owner. And he ends up having to punish people for their sins on Earth because he's not in hell right now. He's on vacation, but ironically, he's still doing the devil's work. But on Earth, he ends up meeting this detective and helps her solve crimes. Because his superpower, because he is actually he's owned by DC Comics. It's a spinoff pretty much of a DC character. And his superpower is finding people's desires. Someone is a murderer if they convince somebody into suicide. Somebody's also a murderer if they knowingly sell fentanyl to somebody and that person dies from it. If you knowingly sell a laced drug, you are a killer. You guys still there? You guys are really quiet.
No, I was just like reading some of the comments on the
It's
side.
not easy to be the devil. Lucifer's awesome. Like, it's a really good show. It's a love story, comedy. Yeah. And plus, women love the show because Lucifer it's very dark too. It actually is. But Lucifer is played by Tom Ellis, and that's why a lot of women love that show, because Tom Ellis, you probably heard of him, Carrey, is a Welsh actor. A very attractive Welsh actor.
Because we know everybody in Wales.
You do. You know everybody. No, I figured he would be kind of big in Wales because he's
Welsh.
He's Welsh.
Wales.
Wales. Do you guys swim well in Wales?
You know the funny thing about that is I can't swim.
I think it's kind of weird that like you call your people Welsh people because nobody wants to be like, hey, we're Wales.
I was actually thinking about starting my own YouTube channel. This is going back years ago now, where I'd go around all the beaches in Wales. So it obviously would be called Beached Wales. Yeah.
You do it.
Hey, it's never too late to start doing that now, man.
You can do a podcast where you're at the beach and just
lying on the rocks sideways.
Yeah, and interview people at the beach and call it Beached Wales. Just sit with like a table, a microphone with a camera, and whoever wants to be on the show, you're like, hey, you, and like bring. That's a good idea. Beached
on
Wales.
this desolate beach,
yeah,
middle of a storm.
Yeah. There's people that do that. Yeah, Beached Wales.
Nah,
who does
I'm
that?
afraid it looked too much like a Coldplay video.
Nah. At least what you're saying will make sense.
It'll be much more better than the Coldplay video.
I saw an interview with the singer of Coldplay, and they asked him about the song Yellow.
Yeah.
And they're like, the lyrics are so inspirational. What's it mean? And he's like, yellow. And they're like, yeah, but like, how'd you come up with the lyrics? He's like, it's all nonsense. It's just yellow.
But then it just turned into like this one big hit.
Yeah, and they're like, everybody's drawing inspiration from it. And he's like, it's nonsense. I just wrote down random stuff. It's about yellow.
There's no meaning behind it.
None at all. Even the singer said there isn't. He's the songwriter. He's like, nope.
Well, then it's like a classic, like sing-along song.
That's like the song by Pearl Jam, Yellow Ledbetter.
Yeah.
It has lyrics, but he don't sing them. He doesn't. He's like, that
reminds me of like the celebrity death match between the guy from Creed and Eddie Vedder. The marvelous thing.
That was a good show too.
Those guys love to sing vowels.
Will you take me higher?
Between them and Hootie and the Blowfish.
I could see is it Scott Stapp? Yeah, that's his name from Creed. Him fighting Eddie Vedder and the guy from Hootie and the Blowfish in a triple threat.
Oh God. Isn't this awesome? The singer of Hootie and the Blowfish is now a country artist.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I forget his name.
What's like one of those big songs? Because like when I was like a young lad years ago.
You and me, we come from different worlds.
Yeah.
You used to look at me when I screwed some squirrels. Sometimes I'm lazy and you wonder why. I sit on my couch and sometimes I will cry and there's nothing I will do. I really gotta poo or something like that.
Yeah, well, the lyrics don't go like that, but yeah. Is that like one of the big hits?
Yeah, that's their big hit.
Number one.
Number one
Yeah.
hit, yeah.
That one hit wonder, and then it kind of just went down.
Darius Rucker, the singer of Hootie and the Blowfish, has a lot of hits as a country artist.
Well, there you go. Probably he, switched genres.
Yeah, he switched to country and R&B and blues. Could you imagine that singing country? Oh, my affairs living hell.
Yep. That no.
Hootie and the Blowfish had some other hits, but that was like their biggest one.
Man, right? That's a pretty badass name to call a band. Hootie and Blowfish.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Sounds like a squad or a gang or something like that.
I would not want to be robbed at gunpoint by Hootie and the Blowfish.
Sounds like a biker gang.
Hey, you see, that sounds like an old 1840s gang. Hey, you see,
Or
it's
like
Hootie
a
and the
metal
Blowfish.
band or something. We're Hootie and the Blowfish, and we're here to blow the fucking mind.
What, they're torn with Mott the Hoople? Like, Thin Lizzy. Oh god, do you know what the heaviest band in history is?
Cannibal Corpse.
No, Bowling for Soup.
No,
Oh god, okay, literally. Okay, good.
At a combined weight of 900 pounds. Yeah, Bowling for Soup.
Their guitarist. Fuck.
Isn't the guitarist of what the fuck band is that? Never mind, I lost my train of thought. There's another band. It was a metal band of like the 90s, I think it was. That had like a heavy guitarist. They're still around. They just released a new album.
Really?
I always called them the heavy metal Bowling for Soup because they had that heavier guitarist. I forget their name.
If I go to Google and type in like fat metal guitarist.
No, I think the guy's name. I think the band. They just recently released a new album. We were talking about them the other day. I think, Greg. They recently had their singer leave, and they still released their album. Fuck, what band was that? Oh shit!
Is it one of the bands that Jeff Towers knows?
I don't know. He knows everybody.
Yo,
this
Jeff,
dude, like, you could be
band with a fat guitar player that plays metal.
Like, like Jeff Towers is one of those guys where you're like, yeah, I'm a huge Cheech and Chong fan. Oh yeah, I drove Tommy Chong down an alleyway. What? Like, it's like the most random stories of how he met these people.
It's like, yeah, I know Sum 41. Like, Derek's a cool guy. I'm like, shut up.
We were talking about Smash Mouth with him, and
wasn't it that?
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I know the drummer. He's a nice guy. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I can't even talk about a band with you.
Yeah.
Like, if he hasn't met the popular musician, he's met somebody who's like played for them or has been a guitar tech for them.
Yeah, or whatever. It's just like, yeah, I know that guy. Yeah, I know this guy. Like, he was cool. Like, I tech for him for one summer. Like, fuck, dude.
I gave him a hand job in the men's bathroom. Like, what? Like,
yeah.
Did you know that we all know someone that peed at a urinal next to Hugh Hefner? We do.
Who is it?
Ryan.
Really?
Yeah. He actually peed at a urinal next to Hugh. I had a question for that episode of In the Trenches, but it never made it to the air.
I would divide.
I wanted to know if like he copped a look. Like, I want to know like what Hugh was packing. I want to know like what the secret is. Like, that might have been his secret to a long life. Was you doing like the money sign, or was you doing some kind of secret? Like, I don't know what.
It's what all the girls like. Yeah.
Well, what's crazy is
money.
What's crazy about Hugh though is he was the original sugar daddy. Hear me out. Serious.
The king of sugar daddies.
What's crazy about Hugh though is I heard a lot of messed up stories about the Playboy Mansion. Like there was a lot of like rules the women had to follow in order to live there, like all kinds of shit. Um, they had to perform sexual acts on Hugh and everything every night. It was
Yeah, well, he said his secret was pills.
I bet it was like it's like trying to eat one of them fucking gummy worms. I bet like
he probably took like 3 a day or something like that, man. Like fuck.
It's not vitamins, Hugh. You don't take 2 a day. What's he do? Take the one at night to stop himself from rolling out of bed? Like, why is Hugh taking more than one?
Yeah, didn't he? Didn't the chick that he was with like got like the money or some shit?
I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. From what I heard, I think his daughter now owns Playboy or something. It don't even have nudes in it anymore. Or his son. I know it's like more of a like catalog than a nude magazine now, from what I've been told.
No.
I haven't, dude. This isn't 1990. We got the internet. I don't buy Playboy anymore.
Let's have a look.
Like back when I was a kid, like you had to rub one out. You had to rub one out to like a Sears catalog, or like like a magazine like that, like the bikini section. Now you can just go to Sears.com. Like, you don't need all that. You know what I mean? I need to start buying like Raiders hats and shit. Not that I'm a fan of sports. I just like to see faces on people. Gummy worms and acid pancakes. That's my new band name.
That's a punk rock name now.
Gummy worms and acid pancakes.
We're gonna open up with Psalm 41 and Simple Plan.
I've been thinking of starting a band, and I've been thinking of like really weird band names to name it, like Hemorrhoid Mike and the Anal Fishers.
If I was gonna do a punk band, I'll call it like the Acid Trippers.
Acid Trippers? I think Robert Rowe might already have that taken because he had a metal band called Acid Trip Massacre.
I didn't care.
You don't care. The Acid Trippers. I want to start a band. It's official. I'm going to change the spelling of it though. We're going to be called Black Sabbath, but with like a backwards T.
So you pronounce it with a lisp.
Yeah, I pronounce it with a lisp. Black Sabbath. I'm gonna go on stage dressed up like Mike Tyson. We're Black Sabbath with like no T. Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath. Like it's like you're screaming. Black Sabbath.
So you do all kinds of like covers of ABBA songs in the style of Black Sabbath.
That is fucking brilliant. Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath. Black. Correct. Will you do Black Sabbath with me?
Fuck yeah. We'll be like the newer version of Max Sabbath.
Dancing Queen, digging the Dancing Queen. Come on, I can't fucking hear you.
Louder.
Black Sabbath. I got another cover band idea. We do pop covers, but in the style of the metal band Korn. We are popcorn. Hear me out on this, okay?
When we're opening up for Korn.
Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't boom, bop, no. It would work. Popcorn.
I like to see Korn do a cover of Umbop. Like Hanson.
Who? Korn?
Korn do Umbop. That would be awesome. No, that will fit so well. Yeah. Like Jonathan Davis would just kill it.
Yeah.
And all you need is just the drums and the bass.
He should do
Done.
Scatman.
Oh my God. Wow, blast from the past.
I'm a scat man. Oh my
Baby
God.
Shark.
Dude, Blonde Sabbath, an all-female cover band of Black
That's the
Sabbath.
first time I've heard that.
Just the facts. Dan said that.
Wait, he's the man for that? I gotta check that out.
It might not exist, but that would be a good band to come up with. We should start a band kind of like the Eagles of Death Metal did, where they have like a band genre in their name, but they're not that genre. Like call our band Disco Kids and like do like progressive death metal. Have you ever listened to Eagles of Death Metal?
I have, that's because I know Dave Grohl appeared on a few of the video clips. Hey,
Yeah, and it's also the guy that sings for Queens of the Stone Age, singing for them.
Is
I
it?
do believe.
I thought it was that Jesse Hughes guy.
I do believe. I might be thinking of a different supergroup.
No, you're probably thinking about Damn Crooked Vultures.
Oh, Josh Holm
right,
plays
yeah.
drums.
Yeah, that's a great band, man. Well, with Dave Grohl on drums and
No, it is the songwriter, the founder and the songwriter of Queens of Stone Age is in Eagles of Death Metal. I was thinking wrong though. He's the singer and of that band, but he's not the singer of Eagles of Death Metal. He plays drums
yeah.
and bass. Eagles of Death Metal had that huge shooting or whatever at one of their shows, a shooting or a bombing. I think it was a
France,
shooting.
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, like a
Fucking
couple years
nuts.
ago.
They're really good, but their name is Eagles of Death Metal. They're not Eagles and they don't play death metal. Like, what the fuck?
No. When I first heard that name, look, ooh.
When I
This
first
is
heard
different.
Eagles of Death Metal, I thought it was like an Eagles cover band in the style of death metal. the Eagles. Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place.
Yeah.
Such a lovely fucking face.
Yeah. And then like the guitar solo is coming and then
Dude, the breakdown would be like, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
yeah. Yeah.
Dude, we need to do that.
And what's that Tequila Sunrise song?
Uh-huh.
It's just another tequila sunrise.
I think the best one would be like, all right, this next song is called Take It Easy.
Yeah. Fuck. If I knew the lyrics, I was singing that in that vocal style. Take it easy.
I was standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona, such a fine sight to see.
For some reason, I can just. Could you imagine Hatebreed doing Eagles cover songs?
That's hilarious. I
That'd
can't
be
do I can't do that style of vocals. I can't do death metal. I can do like the thrash metal.
Yeah, I could do a bit of hardcore because like I've been listening to like a lot of Comeback Kid, like Canadian hardcore band, and hardcore music rules.
Dude, I would love to start a band, like not start a band, but I would love from Megadeth to do like a children's album. You know what I mean? Like John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. His name is my name too. Whenever we go out, the people always shout. John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith is my name too. You know what I mean? Like that would be brilliant.
I reckon Dave Mustaine be really good doing that voiceovers.
Oh God, that would be hilarious. Like Scoob. That's the monster. I wonder who it is. I don't know, but you will find out who It's starting to sound like fucking that woman from Monsters Inc.
Hello, me. This is the real me.
You know how you do a Megadeth singing voice? I just found this out. How I figured out how to do it is, ever watch Monsters Incorporated?
Yeah.
Mike Wazowski, you forgot to file your paperwork again. Just sing like that. Hi, Danny. Thank you for joining the chat. But just sing like that. Be like, Mike Wazowski, meet the real Mike Wazowski and his misfits way of life.
Yeah.
I'm never going to unhear that whenever I listen to Megadeth. Megadeth, welcome to the Children's Grill.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a barbecue restaurant.
Dude, you know what I'd love to see happen?
Yeah, dude, Dave Mustaine. If you, I know you're not listening to us right now because you don't care and you have better things to do. But like, if you're gonna open up a restaurant, bro, this would do it.
Welcome to the Children's Grill.
Yes. Sounds like a parody of Welcome to the Jungle.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. Honey, you know the names. We got the people that get by whenever you may need. If you got your money, honey, we got your disease in the jungle. Yeah. You know what I think they should do? You know how they're doing all these crossover cartoons?
I think so.
Yeah, they're doing like Courage the Cowardly Dog, Scooby-Doo crossover. I have a crossover for them to do. And here, I'm going to impersonate it. Let's see if I can do this. Like, Scoob, who are those kids over there? I don't know, Raggy. Let's go find out. What's going on with this dog? Why does it like talk like that? I have no idea. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. Like, you kids seem really cool. Here, have some of these. What is that? It's called Scooby Snacks, and it's really gonna mess you up. Let me try some of this. I am the almighty Cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole. I think his bunghole's haunted. He goes like I think. Like,
I would like to see a crossover of Scooby-Doo and Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, right?
That'd be fucking hilarious. And like the villain would be Tobias Forge from Ghost.
Yeah. Or Alice Cooper or Ozzy. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but each episode it changes though. But I could just see Tobias Forge as the mystery man. You're
saying do a whole series?
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. Beavis and Butthead do Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but then the what you call it? The bad guys would be like different artists. So one episode would be Tobias Forge from Ghost, and there'll be Alice Cooper the next one, and there'll be Ozzy Osbourne the next one. You know what I mean? That'd be so cool. But Tobias Forge would fit so well in that because like it's Ghost and the music as well.
Well, I think we would know which one would be Ozzy because we'd see the ghost like shuffling around and mumbling to itself.
Fighting fucking fat heads and shit.
They would remove the hood and they'd be like Scoob, who is it? And they remove the hood. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. I've been trying to get around.
Sharon!
Sharon, what am I doing here? I'm so lost.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if it was Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones because they'd think it's like Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. That'd be pretty funny too. Like they rip off the mask and it's, Johnny Depp or something like that. Well, hello, sir.
Dude, Johnny Depp can play anything.
It's Johnny Depp.
I have an idea. They're talking about doing a Ozzy Osbourne biopic, like a movie about his life. They should have Johnny Depp play Ozzy Osbourne. That would be fucking awesome.
I reckon he'd be a good Keith Richards.
He'd be a good Keith, but I mean, Captain Jack Sparrow is modeled after Keith.
Yeah, that's true.
I think though, if they do the whole Ozzy thing, they should do it like from his young life up to like the Osbournes and shit. And Osbourne's era Ozzy, I think Johnny Depp could pull off.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's going on, Sharon? Somebody's been in my room. Have you seen that video?
Which one?
He stumbles out of his bedroom and he's like, Sharon, somebody's been in my room drinking my beers. And Sharon's like, I wonder who that was. And he's like, I don't know. She's like, it was you. You're the beer thief. He's like, fuck. And he turned around and went into his room. Dude, Jim Carrey as a ghost on Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Who's the ghost? It's been me all along.
Yeah.
P-A-R-T-Y. Because I got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I could actually see that happening. That'd be pretty cool.
Dude, Jim Carrey is such an underrated actor and an underrated human, in my opinion. He's released so many great serious roles, but he's still known as the comedian. And
I liked him in Batman as a Riddler. I thought he was good.
I was one of the few people that liked that as well. I was also one of the few people. Ever watched The Number 23?
No, and I should, because I got like a list of movies that I should be watching.
It's a psycho.
Although I did watch the new Suicide Squad on New Year's Eve, and it was fucking amazing.
Jim Carrey was also really good in Kick-Ass 2.
Yes.
He also was really good. The Number 23, I think you'd love it. Carrie, are you into like psychological horror films or horror movies at all?
Yes.
The Number 23 is a psychological film starring Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up obsessed with the Number 23 because of a book that he got from the library. And he spirals into an insane trip into this number, and he just can't control it. And he's trying to, and he's just losing his fucking mind. And the Number 23 is the root of everything in life. And he starts seeing it everywhere. Like, for instance, the human heart beats, I think, 23 beats per second or some shit like that. And the reasoning why the Number 23 is so prevalent for this movie is because 2 divided by 3 equals 0.666. And
Just a little bit evil.
Yeah, a little bit evil. Not quite. The new Scream comes out January 14th.
Yeah, I'm going to see that. I'm going to see the Spider-Man movie this week too.
I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for this because there already is a holiday that day, but January 17th is a new holiday. Betty White Day. It's Betty White Day. But she would have been 100 years old on January 17th. I do believe this January, I could be wrong. Hold on. Yeah, January 17th this year is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, but he wasn't even born on the 17th. So I think Betty White gets passed. It could be Betty White and Martin Luther King Jr. Day. How about that?
Should do that then.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Betty White Day. And also today is January 3rd, year 1 of After Betty White. ABW. That's our new way of telling dates is ABW. After Betty White. Anything before the new year is BBW, before Betty White. Even though that is the porn acronym for big black women, but we're taking it back. It's BBW.
We're making it great again.
I think she made the ultimate sacrifice. I think she went and fought God herself to make 2022 a better year.
Probably.
Carrie, are you any relation to Carrie King, or is it just the first name?
Just the first name, unfortunately.
Okay.
But I think I have a few things more in common with Emmy than anybody else.
You could just lie and just say yes.
I was I was dating this girl and I was going to marry this girl, but she didn't want to get married because she wouldn't take my name. And I thought it would be really cool. Both of us named Mike. Like, you know what? You get married, you take my name. Your name is now Mike. I mean, it's kind of weird.
But keep your original last names.
Yeah, original last names. We're just both Mike. I want to date a girl named Ike, but that's not a traditional male name, let alone female name. Could you imagine? There goes Mike and Ike. Mike and Ike Usenick.
What a good ring to it.
That's a nice name to ring to it, but I think Mike and Ike's
like a tag team, like a tag team.
Mike and Ike Usenick?
Yeah.
I want to start a band called Mike and the Used Dicks. Because it's my last name, Usenick. I'd have it like Michael or Mike and the Used Dicks.
What are you now, like the young Blink-182 or something?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it could work if it's spelt correctly. You know what I mean? Like you gotta like
that could be like if they were ever gonna. If they're gonna do like a Kick-Ass 3 and they need people to be a villain, you should be that.
Yeah, you the Used Dick.
Yeah.
Did you see Jim Carrey is doing another movie? He's going to be in the new Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I did. I didn't know that Jim Carrey. I knew that they're going to do like another Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Yeah, there's a commercial out. Go check it out. It's fucking incredible. I'm so excited. By the way, next week we have Jeff Towers back on the show.
Nice.
We do have Jeff Towers back. He's back in the saddle again.
Yeah.
He's back.
He's back in the saddle again. He's back.
He's back. And we are going to be talking about work stories.
Work stories.
Work stories.
Since you started doing that whole corn thing and metal thing, it's just Jeff Towers is gonna be on the sure.
He's gonna be on the I don't know if the date's right on this, but Mike and the 23 Used Dicks would work. Why 23 of them?
That's a tour name. That's the name of the tour.
We have Jeff Towers back for Tower Stories in the workplace.
That's so scary.
He's gonna be talking about his weird, crazy experiences while being a.
Can you put that picture back up again for a second?
Yeah, he's gonna tell crazy stories about when.
I'm gonna use that as my Halloween decoration for this year.
That's my new Halloween costume. I'm gonna be Jeff Towers.
It looks like he's gonna rob a bank.
Like he has one of them fake faces over.
No, it's the face of his face.
Oh, okay. Did you know that random thought of the day? Did you know Nicolas Cage was cast to play Superman in a Tim Burton Superman movie, but it never came out?
I can't see that happening.
I'm not kidding. Kevin Smith actually made a movie about it.
It's hilarious. Nicolas Cage is Clark Kent.
It actually was legit. I'm not joking with you, bro. Let me get you a picture of Nicolas Cage as fucking Spider-Man.
Well, I can understand Dan DeVito as being the next Wolverine.
It was Superman. I'm sorry. It was Superman. It wasn't Spider-Man. It was Superman. I misworded. But Nicolas Cage as Superman in a Tim Burton film of all things. He looked so weird. I don't like this. Okay. It was called Superman. It was called Superman Lives. Sorry, go ahead, Greg.
Wasn't Nicolas Cage gonna do a movie and he's playing as himself?
Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
That's like that meme, yo dog. I heard you like Nicolas Cage, so we're gonna give you Nicolas Cage starring Nicolas Cage.
I'm pretty sure a friend of mine tagged me in this that he was gonna do what the fuck? The Danny DeVito Wolverine one was my favorite one though.
Yeah, Danny DeVito as Wolverine should have happened.
Yeah, is that still up on here? Because like,
I
hey,
relived a lot of
Fat
stuff.
Rock is in the house.
Woo! Connects in the house.
Yo,
No, the Danny DeVito as Wolverine is fucking great. Let me see if I can find a picture of it.
yeah, because that is hilarious. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert: Danny DeVito is the new Wolverine.
But I'm so excited to see this new the Spider-Man movie this week. I'm going on my days off on Wednesday.
You are?
Yeah, I'm definitely going. I rewatched the first two on New Year's Eve and the Suicide Squad. Not the first one. The first one was shit. The second one was good. Watch the second Suicide Squad movie. It's awesome.
You need to watch coming to theaters soon. Nicolas Cage would be a good Batman. He's got the perfect voice.
Just no. Yeah, we are.
Wow.
Yeah. That's my Halloween costume.
Danny DeVito is Wolverine. I'd watch the hell out of it.
Me too.
Hi, Fetty. Thanks for joining the chat. And sorry for anyone that I missed. Jackie, hi. Everyone, hi. We might be cutting this show off here soon because it's been an hour and
It's past my bedtime. It's like 5 a.m. in the morning.
it's past Gorak's bedtime. Our format for Pink Sock might be changing soon. Is there any other stories you wanted to tell, Carrey, before we go?
Ooh, put on the spot. I don't know. What would you like to hear?
I don't know. I don't know what you've what your stories you have, so I can't really tell you what I want to hear.
No, I did. Yeah, well, that's true. I didn't expect to be on, so because I only joined to be in the chat. So
that's like saying hey, what do you want to hear about my life? How about that one time when you I like to help people overcome their anxiety and stuff. So if you want to tell a story, you're more than welcome. Go ahead.
Nah, I'll leave it for now. And if I can think of something a little bit more entertaining,
we'll just add it. We'll edit it later.
Yeah.
We'll just add it.
Sorry about that, guys.
You with a different background. No, you're good. We just like having people on. We like having more people to talk to. I mean, me and Greg start getting tired of one another. What else we're going to talk about? Kangaroos another time? Like, what the hell?
Yeah. We're like a married couple.
Yeah, we're like a married couple. We like to yell at one another. We brew coffee.
Yeah.
We cry.
We curse at each other.
And we don't have sex. Like, it's just like a married couple.
You never watched that. That's why I'm filing divorce.
Don't file for a divorce.
Shut up, bitch.
Okay, daddy. Is that how this works?
Shit. No, that's just fucking creepy as shit.
I never understood why women call men daddy in bed. I prefer Prince Ali, fabulous, he, Ali, Babwa.
Just call me bro. Like,
call you bro? That's kind of weirder. Yeah, put it in me, bro.
Yo, bro, hurry up. Like,
what do you think, Carrie? Do you think that's weird? Somebody calling you bro when you're intimate? No, she prefers dude, or like somebody yelling brother, like Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna put it in you, brother.
Woo,
bruh.
I suppose it depends which game you're playing.
What's something you can say at Thanksgiving, but also during sex? I'll start first. Tastes just like grandma's. Your turn, Greg.
I got nothing.
No?
Is thanks a weird thing to say?
Is thanks a weird thing to say? I saw this post that says weird things to say after I love you. And I replied with me too.
Hashtag music.
I love you. Me too. Hashtag winning.
Score.
Oh God! Round 2, fight. Is this dad stuffing?
Dad stuffing.
That's the name of the band, Dad Stuffing. But guys,
I think we covered up with about maybe a good tour name, and then about 5 or 6 different band names. That's pretty good.
Naomi, the meat is moist. Okay, we've talked about moisture and stuff. Does the word moist bother you, Carrey?
No, I love it. Absolutely love it.
Some people it bothers, and to those people, if you're listening, there are worse words than moist. Okay, like damp,
juicy.
damp. Like, hey, this
Hey, Mike,
cake.
you're so damp today, man.
This cake is damp. I was with this girl last night and she was damp. Like, it's kind of like, it's really, like, it sounds like a gross word. You know what I mean? Like damp.
She was really damp.
It's really damp outside. So is that worse than moist?
Yeah.
How about soggy? Like, I went outside and it was soggy.
Well, in that context, it's not too bad. You put it in another context.
Yeah, like go to the grocery store and you pick up a box of cake and it says soggy cake. Like, you probably wouldn't buy that.
How about flaky?
Whenever you said flaky, all I imagine is, like, you know, that dry skin that gets on the bottom of your foot that you peel off like a Band-Aid. I imagine like that. That's
I went out on this date and it was just so flaky.
Ew.
And after that, she went all moist and soggy.
Ew. I took a shit the other day and it was damp. It was soggy.
Damp shit.
Soggy is a way you describe diapers. Like, I don't think there's any other way to say it without it being like really gross. Like the baby's diapers.
Damn shit.
Yeah, like the baby's diaper soggy, not like, ew, I took a fart earlier and it was soggy. Like, it
was moist.
It was moist. You took a moist fart.
Well, it's either that or it was wet.
But what's weird is soggy.
A moist fart sounds nicer than a soggy fart.
Yeah, soggy fart is one that grandma might let out during Thanksgiving dinner.
Teenagers are the moist ones.
Soggy, damp, moist, and wet are all the same word. They all mean the same thing, but our brain is like, ugh, whenever it comes to something. Like, I was walking in my house the other day and my carpet was a little soggy because earlier I spilled a cup of water. Soggy almost sounds like it's been sitting there a while. Like
dried out.
Ew.
She was,
ew.
Yeah.
My gym saw
it last night. She was a bit dried out, eh? So yeah, I made it moist.
I went to my buddy's house and he had a sock under his bed and it was really soggy.
Yeah, that would do it.
I think we've done enough damage on this episode. All right, everybody.
Hashtag American Pie.
Hashtag American Pie. Hashtag Golden Girls.
Happy New Year, motherfucker.
Happy New Year, motherfuckers. We will see you next week with Jeff Towers. We love you all. Until next time, remember, live long,
stay moist,
and stay soggy. Damn.